Tracy here, and I am really excited about this new die. It's something really different, and it's simple, but yet you can do something so elegant and unique with it. And it can be an adult craft or it can be a kid's craft. And so this is a paper bead, and this one I created out of magazine. I'll bring it up kind of close so you can see it. And added beads and a charm. And this one I actually made out of a thinner weight scrapbooking paper. And added a charm and a clasp at the end. But again, as I said, it doesn't have to be an adult craft. You can also do these with younger children and make them into a kid craft. I'm going to show you how to make these beads here in just a second, but using Mod Podge with the adult beads, and then using just simple kind of watered down Elmer's glue to make the kids' paper beads. I wanted to show you the two different beads though really quick. This is one's more of a standard, just rolls up into the center. This one does too, but you get more of a thinner edge on it, and then it rolls up thicker in the center. So here's what the die looks like. You get two up on a extra long cut die board. These measure 11.5 inches. So they'll fit on a 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbooking paper really well. But let's say you are going to use a magazine sheet of paper. Obviously they're a little large for a standard magazine sheet of paper. So what I did is I just simply laid it down to the thinner tip, and then just let this piece go off, and they still roll up beautifully. So here is what the magazine one looks like. Here is how long, this one's a construction piece of paper. So it's just a little bit longer, but they still rolled the same and they still look just as nice. This one is the magazine one. You can't tell the difference. This one I rolled on a straw. This one I rolled on a toothpick. The toothpick one, you obviously have to pull the toothpick out. The straw one, it's great to leave the straw actually in there so that you have strength on your bead. But the great thing about using Mod Podge and Elmer's glue is that it gives really a nice strength to your bead. It also, if you use a glossy, you can add some gloss to it, or I used a matte finish so there's no gloss. It just looks like the normal paper, but it gives strength, and I use it as the glue, and I put it all the way around the bead. So I'm going to show you really quick how to do one of these. So here's my matte Mod Podge, and here's my straw that I'm going to use. I actually found these kind of extra long straws, and I like to just roll I can get about 6 or 7 beads on here. So I like to just roll mine all together and then just snip them with scissors. So on the straw, it's really important that we get this to stick onto the straw. So you apply quite a bit on here. We'll start at the very end. Really get it to stick on there. If it doesn't stick on there, that's okay, because you can slide the bead over and apply some onto the straw and then slide the bead back over and really get it to stick on there. And then you just keep applying Mod Podge as you go along, or Elmer's glue if you're doing, like I'm just doing a piece of construction paper. So if you're doing it with kids, Elmer's glue. And then you just keep rolling it, and you try to stay as even as possible as you go along. And since I've done a few of these, I'm not too shabby at it. But your first ones might be a little off, and that's okay. You'll get better as you go. And obviously with little kids, they're not going to be perfect, but they're still fun to do. And if you get a little off, you can kind of move it a little bit, because it's pretty forgiving. It's okay if you have a little excess glue or excess Mod Podge. That's all right too. Just roll that right up. So then you've got this, and then you just go in the direction that you rolled, which is this way, and then you just go over it like this. So just like that, and you've got this nice little bead. And so when it dries, it'll dry and look just like the piece of paper. So again, whether you're young or old, these paper beads are sure to be a hit in a classroom setting, or just something that you want to kit up, or that you want to, you know, cut a bunch of them and just have for a fun afternoon activity.